Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about two main indicators that I use to trade the volatility index 75. Now, why are these two indicators important? What these two indicators help me do, and they're important, is they help me trade in line with the trend. They help me know that the point where this is the point or the direction that you should go. On my previous videos, I said whenever I'm trading V75, I only look for entries on the 5 minutes time frame and sometimes on the 15 minutes time frame, but mostly on the 5 minutes time frame, and I only scalp this market. But here is the trick of it. Even while trying to scalp the market, while trying to only just take a few you know, pips and all, there are still times when you will enter wrong and be trapped. So here you are looking to sell at this point, seeing it as a high, and the market keeps buying. Because one of the things I mentioned in my previous videos was to only look for sells at peak formation high and to look for buys at peak formation lows. So yes, you will do that, and then sometimes the market messes you up. And then there are also strategies of you only looking to sell the M's and buy the W's. But even at that, there are times when you do that and the M's just keep extending. So what are those indicators that you would use to know that the market really is at peak formation high or low and is about to begin the trend you're waiting for? Because normally when the market is at a high, you're looking for sells. When the market is at low, you're looking for buys. But there are times when you're calling this, because normally before this whole thing happened, I would have called this a high, right? Because this is on a daily time frame, and the right now price is here. This was a previous high, and here is another high. So I would have called this the peak formation high. That's what I would have called this high right here, because it is a higher high compared to this. So what I'll be looking to do is sell this, and then imagine you selling this, and market just gave you a little sell. Maybe you were in there to take the profit and just kept going all the way up and blow your account. Remember, this is V75. The reward is great, so is the risk. So what is one way to know that the market actually is about to begin a new trend? So these two indicators are indicators that I have tested. I've been testing for a while now, and I found it very, very self-fulfilling. Now, here is one thing to note. I only tested this indicator on the daily time frame. I've not tested it on a lower time frame. Why did I test it on a daily time frame? Because it will give me a better confirmation that I am on the right side of the trend. Remember, the goal of these two indicators is to help you be on the right side of the trend. So selling market and buying market. That's just the whole purpose of these two indicators. You ready for it? Now here is indicator number one, the Williams percent range. Hold on. That's what I'm going to tell you right now is not the way you know this. So the Williams percent range and the railroad track. So these two indicators are what I've used to always be on the right side of V75. Now here's how it works. The Williams percent R, just simply go to insert, click on it, and insert the Williams percent range. First indicator. You click on that. Let's try that. Trying not to get rid of the pen. To insert indicator, and then you have your Williams percent range. Click on it, and it places automatically. Okay, I'm gonna get a pen again. So now that we have these two indicators placed, what's the next thing? What's the next step? Now, how I trade this is different from how a lot of people trade it. Now, I know most people always talk about the relative strength index, the RSI and stuff. So always looking for these zones as zones of overbought, and these zones as zones of oversold. So whenever price is out of these bands, they look for buys. Whenever price is out of these bands, they look for sells. But that's not how I trade this. Pretty much trading it out of context. How is that? Now, when I place the Williams percent R, normally when price is here, people begin to look for buys. This just bought a little and went all the way down. So I don't trade it based off overbought and oversold. I really don't belong to that school of thought of overbought, oversold. How I trade this is I only use this to know peak formation low and peak formation highs. That's what I use it for. So how do I do it? I place a horizontal line at lows the market has created over time. So that's what I just do. That's all I do. So the only time I'm looking for buys is when this moving average hits this line right here. So the minute I place my Williams percent R, I'm placing my horizontal lines to sit nicely. It's pretty much having a support and resistance, if you may, to sit nicely at the lows and the highs of the moving average. So the only time I look for buys is when price is sitting at this moving average. And the only time I look for sells is when price is at this moving average. So how do I use that? How do I combine it with the other indicator? So when price is at the low, that's rule number one. And when I want to trade this, combine it with a railroad track, I look for a railroad track at that point. So how do I do that? Let's get to it. So now that you know how I use the Williams percent R, the next thing you want to know is how to identify a railroad track. A railroad track is simply two opposite candles. For a bullish railroad track, you want to see a sell candle and then followed by a buy candle. For a bearish railroad track, you want to see a buy candle then followed by a sell candle. Now these two candles should be almost at the same height but opposite to each other. So here's an example of a railroad track. Here's another example of a railroad track. And here's another example of a railroad track. So when price is at the low, what I want to see following that to confirm that this is actually at my point of entry will be a railroad track. So right now the market is here and I want to see this. Remember, I only use this on a daily time frame. The reason why I do this is for me to always be buying a buying market, selling a selling market. If I don't do that, then I will be buying a market that will place me at a very high risk. So the minute I know that this is a buying market, I simply go to my 5 minutes time frame and take my trade. So here is what we're talking about technically. So prices at the low of confirmation 1, railroad track confirmation 2. So say this sell candle happened on Monday. I want to see this on Tuesday. Then Wednesday will be the day I expect a pullback because right after the railroad tracks, there's almost always a pullback. So the next day is pretty much like pullback. So this is day 1, day 2 confirmation, pullback day, entry day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, observe, wait for pullback. Thursday, take your market. So this way you know that you are in a buying market. So even if you want to scalp this, even if you want to swing it, you know that you're in a buying market. Remember, I always scalp it. So this move right here would have given me close to $500, so to speak, or 1,000, or any amount you want to make. This is V75. The reward is great. So once you catch a clean entry, you will always be in profit. So this would have been a very clean move just following this simple strategy. All right, now here's another one. Now, although the market didn't really get to this point, so I may not have really noticed this or observed it. Remember, I only traded following the rules, like following the rules. Why am I really using this? I want to use this to know that market is actually ready for the sell. So instead of just saying, oh, it's at the high, now let's start selling, oh, it's at the low, now let's start buying, I want to make sure that it is actually ready for that swing high or ready for that swing low. So rule number 2, I want to see price here. 1, I want to see a railroad track on daily time frame. Then I go 15 minutes after the third day to look for entries. So here's another one. The market here, Williams percent range at the band at my horizontal line of high, and then a railroad track right here. So the minute I see that, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, Wednesday I wait for pullback. So this was a pullback, so to speak. And then, although this didn't really, didn't really snag, it just dropped like that. So this is one of those days, and then the pullback happened. So the minute I see this railroad, 5 minutes is where I go to look for entry. I go to look for entry on the 5 minutes time frame. So remember all of the confirmations we learned about when we're talking about entries. So if you've not seen the video, go back and see the video. So on the 5 minutes time frame, we did talk about 3 ways you could spot entries trading on the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes time frame. So go look for that video and watch it again. So That's just the two indicators that I use to always be on the right side of this market. Because being on the right side of this market is all you want to do. You want to do that as best as possible. So be it in the buy in the market is buying, be in the sell in the market is selling. So these are 24 hours, 7 days a week markets. There really is no rush. There really is no rush. Formerly, I used to try to catch all of the move. I used to anticipate the move and try to catch it. There are days when I profit and there are days when I take big losses. So as a result of that, I had to really, really study this strategy and it has been profitable. So go try it out on demo. See your indicator, the moving average of the Williams percent, see it sitting nicely at support low, and then see your roll track. So wait for pullback or just go to 5 minutes and apply all the confirmations you need to trade, and then enter your market. Same thing here, peak formation high. The same rule applies, only buy at low, sell at high. The same rule applies, don't reinvent the rule. Don't reinvent at all. Buy at low, sell at high. Same rules apply. So this is the high. Imagine now that I was waiting for this to be a high. So this would have filled. See, here's one. The Williams percent range band and moving average, whatever, is right here. And then up here, there is no railroad track. So say you had sold this, you'd have lost all of this money. Your account would have probably gone. So don't reinvent the wheel, follow the rule. That's what I've been doing and it's been profitable. Only sell when the second confirmation is seen, and the second confirmation is for you to see your real road track. I hope this video has been helpful. Do try it out on demo. And if you find results, send us an email at winningwithforex2.0@gmail.com and we will get back to you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.